guys today. I don't have a video for you guys today. I have a video, like, as in I'm starting to film it right now today to post today. I don't like leaving my videos to this last minute. So I get that I just did Vlogmas where it was like a video every day, but I knew exactly what each video was going to be about. And today's video, I don't know, because I had plans on what January was going to look like, and I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. I knew I wanted to take last week off, like last week of the year, super relaxing. And I think in my brain, I was like, well, surely I will get some videos done and be all set because I have a plan. I'm planning on making some tutorials on like just stitches, you know, basic technique, how to knit, how to purl, how to decrease. Basically all the stitches in my spiral socks. I want to have the how-to video for those stitches on my channel so that you guys can reference them when you're learning how to make the spiral sock or other socks, because a lot of these stitches are in all the socks, or are in a lot of socks, not all the socks. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, so I was like, oh, that's gonna be great. Honestly, it's not gonna take me a ton of time. It shouldn't take me a ton of time to get those videos prepped because I can kind of almost just do them in a row because I'm not planning on making them super long. And so I was like, oh, of course, I'm just gonna, you know, have a day where I just sit down and get those stitch videos done, and it did not happen. So this video was going to be, I was hoping the intro to how I was planning on doing all those, and then that didn't get thought through. But I got a bunch of random things done the last week as far as creativity, and yeah, I started posting last night. I was like, Heidi, you have no plan this week. What's going on? You've been so consistent. Don't stop being consistent. So I have a plan now, today, in the second I have a plan. So I was like, maybe, because I didn't film myself. I truly, why I have nothing planned for like this week, like I thought I was going to, is I was having a blast last week reading and knitting and sewing, and I was like, oh, I don't feel like filming it. Let's just chill and have fun. So I did get things done. So first of all, I got Minnie another pair of socks because she wears her spiral socks so much. I posted about this last night on Instagram. Like, she's wearing her socks just so much that I'm like, I don't even know, like, they're just aging very fast. I'm worried she's gonna wear them out. And they're even, so here's the thing, you guys know I haven't done a lot of yarn. So maybe this is totally normal. It hasn't happened to any of my socks, but I also have different pairs of socks to like change up. You know, like normally I just wear each pair, then I wash them all, and then I work my way through them again. So really, like, I only wear my socks each pair maybe once a week, or even less if I don't even have to leave the house. I don't have to put socks on. So she's wearing hers as much as she possibly can. So hers are like almost hardening, and I'm not sure if it's felting. I'm not sure. Like I said, it hasn't happened to any of my other socks or Isaac's. So maybe this is totally normal if you just keep wearing the same thing as often as you possibly can. And yeah, so I was like, okay, they're almost like turning into like I said, it's like the soles of them or the toes of them are almost like, are they felting? I don't know. It's like they're almost turning into, look, I have a halo over my head. Okay, I need to stay focused. Like slipperish. And this happened to, I made her one other pair of DK weight socks that I knew was not the right yarn. I didn't know was gonna happen to them. Maybe I'll actually pause this video and go find them because I can show you guys what did happen to them. So anyway, with that being said, I was like, sorry other kids who are waiting to have socks, but she's loving her homemade socks so much that I need to make her some. And let's just be honest, she's a 5-year-old and I'm only casting on 36 stitches. That's not very many. I like, it's, in other words, it's really easy to get her a pair of socks done. So I got one of these, and I also knitted up some shorties for her, which is what I started showing you guys on Instagram, was the progression pictures for those. I do not have them right now because guess what? She's wearing them at school right now. So Anyway, it was so funny making the shorties though with DK weight yarn. Like, well, any shorties, DK weight yarn, but on top of it for a little kid is really the right way of saying it. Again, cast it on 36 stitches. It's so simple. I'm actually thinking I like want to do like grown-up socks and for like videos on here, but some of these like kid socks that I'm making for Minnie and Izzy are just so simple that I'm tempted to like do some like almost get those videos done first, because then I'd be like, hey, look, here's some socks. And this is happening in the moment. I have my friend's baby's here with me today. He's taking a nap. He's like right over there. So if you're hearing some like baby sounds, that's what's going on. But I started to make super tiny spiral socks. Yeah, this might be a video. Like literally I might end this video and film how I'm making these, because like I'm in the moment and it might be a fun little tutorial to throw up. So anyway, they're so cute and tiny. They're so tiny. I can't use my regular socks. So I'm using DK weight yarn. It's a little bit thick. I'm curious how it's gonna feel on him. Like if it's gonna be like, wow, Heidi, that was a really chunky sock to make a baby. So that's the only thing, but it's so soft that I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, I'm actually gonna pause this because I'm gonna go run and grab the socks that went bad. This is what happens when you use the wrong yarn socks. Okay, so you guys ready? I'm sure the rest of my kids are like, don't throw them out, you've got to turn them into something. I don't know what to turn them into. If you have suggestions, tell me what you think I should do with these. Those socks that fit her, they were normal spiral socks. They have been felted. Like, this is thick and felted, and because of its felting, she can't even get on her foot. Do you see, like, it turned into like a like, I think her heel might be like here. This was like a spiral sock that went like up over her heel and like onto her ankle. So this yarn is like crazy soft, and I should probably find the right project to make with these because it's amazing. But it's alpaca and cotton. There was no wool, there was no like nylon, and it was literally Heidi playing around with DK weight sock and socks and just seeing how much, how much yarn, all this other stuff. So when I made these, I knew I might end up having something happen. I don't know if I knew this was gonna happen, but I knew that something might happen, and so this is what happened. The funniest thing is I actually made my son also a DK weight pair of socks at the same time, and he only wears those socks inside when he wants a cozy pair of socks, period. I don't think he's ever put them on with shoes. So his are fine if they're just house socks apparently, and you're not super rough or crazy, which he's really not. His have been fine. So think through who you're giving your socks to if you're using possibly not the right type of yarn. So anyway, there's that. I've had my this yarn, I've been kind of testing it out on my daughter above this daughter who's 8, and she's been fine with them. And so I figured because they still don't have nylon in it, and I still haven't taken the time to figure out exactly how big of a deal nylon is in socks. Like, I know it's a big deal, but I've also seen people say they use 100% pure wool socks or yarn for their socks, and that's just how they make their socks. So that's why I'm like, I know there's something to it. But anyway, so we've got these. They aren't super hard to make. I'm assuming they're not gonna felt into this, and I'm trying to give her a bit more variety so that she can kind of do what I do, which is like, okay, I have a sock for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it is a different sock. So I'm trying to get her 5 pairs of socks, so that way she can technically space out how many times in the week she wears them. So at the moment she has, let's see if I can reach it. that is so loud. Sorry, not gonna do that. She has one pair of spiral socks made out of sock yarn. And then I just made her the shorties, which she's wearing today. So we'll see what she does those. And then I've got this. And then I've caked up all the rest of the DK weight yarn that I purchased with her in mind. Though once I got all of it, I was like, oh, I probably should have gotten her one more, maybe red, or she really likes red and orange. And so I'm hoping I have enough to make her 1, 2 more pairs of that. So we'll see. And I wouldn't mind actually just making her another pair. And oh, I do actually have, she actually doesn't know I'm working on it. Jess sock yarn, but I was feeling a little bit like, okay, we gotta get her these socks because she really is like wearing the other ones so much that I'm worried that I don't think they'll ever turn into this, but now I'm scared. They're so funny. What in the world? I don't even know what to do with them. But they're definitely felted. So anyway, that is one of the projects, or two of the projects or a project. Minnie is a project. That's one of my projects, is getting her socks. And I don't know if I'll get them done, because honestly, like, these kid socks go really, really, really fast. And I realized I made these the length that I made for my 8-year-old, and I could probably shorten them just a little bit, because she even said these were tight, and I was like, this doesn't make sense because Izzy has bigger feet than you and they're not tight on her. Like, I literally had Izzy try them on. She's like, oh, they fit just like my other ones. So, but I've noticed that when I've made my socks a little longer, my calves are just a little bit wider than my ankle area, like the space, like, you know, I don't know. It must be getting into like the thicker part of the calf. It must just slightly be moving it up. And so I'm wondering if that's what happened with these. So I'm thinking her next one I'll make a little bit shorter so then she won't say they're tight. But she said these were comfortable. So, but I really want her to be really comfortable in them. So anyway, so 2 pairs of socks for her were done last week. All right. You got to see these weird ones. You got to see the baby ones. So, like, look how tiny they are. Oh my word. I don't even know how long to make them. I'm hoping I can get this one done before he leaves today, so that way I can kind of guesstimate on, so then I know how long to make, and then I'll give it to his mom, you know, another day. Or maybe I'll get these done today. Like, they might just knit up super fast. So they have to. I'm like, I keep thinking, I'm like, if I can get, I think I could potentially get a full pair of these done in a day. So you would think something this tiny, right? Like, maybe even an hour? We'll see. So, okay. I've been sewing this week. Hold on. Next thing I did this weekend. Isaac was off all weekend, so this gave him time to teach me how to use my serger and cover stitch machine, which was very fun. And also, I think by the end of it, I was like, imagine this is a desk. I was like, oh my goodness, it's making my brain hurt. So, I learned how to serge, which I understand if you know how to do this. This probably doesn't seem that exciting, but it's very exciting to me. I've always wanted to learn how to use a serger. My mom never had one. She just had a good old-fashioned basic machine. Not super old-fashioned, but, you know, like, just straight stitch, zigzag, you know, that type of old-fashioned. Super fun. Super cleaned edges. I was like, okay, for a project, because I kept asking, I was like, what should I do? I want you to teach me. And I was like, I cut out like pieces for doll dresses, make the girls a doll dress. And then my brain was like, you know what, Heidi, you have some pre-cut pillowcases. Oh, hi, buddy. The baby woke up. Hi. He's so cute. Anyway, I was like, oh, pillowcases. Like, if it goes wrong, it's a pillowcase. Who cares? So, learned how to do that. And then the serging really wasn't that hard. I think probably some of the bigger deals of it is making sure that, oh buddy. Okay, hold on. Okay, so he's happy. He's so cute. He's staring at me. I got him some toys and set them all out. He's so cute. Anyway, so yes, so the cover stitch machine definitely was more challenging. It definitely was more challenging. It's just so different from knitting and crocheting because you're dealing with a motor and things like when we knit and crochet, we can normally tell why something went wrong. We'll be like, oh, the stitch came undone, you know, or accidentally increased or decreased. You know, like we kind of have some fairly basic things. If these things start not working, it's like, is it the motor? Is it the needle? Is it the thread? Is it me? Like, what's happening? So, I love how, sorry, this one you can see it a little bit better. I love how it looks. It makes it look so fun and finished. And the funny thing is, the cover stitch is kind of the one I need to learn. Well, I want to learn how to do both. But one of the reasons I wanted to get this type of machine is I'm very short and I never hem my stuff. I literally either fold it or cut it and let it be or whatever. I never like, I just don't physically pull up my other machine and sew it because I've always been told that it just doesn't work with knitted fabrics. I'm sure people could debate on that, but that's what I've always been told. So yes, so I was like, ooh, what if I actually could just fix all the things? And so, plus I have other, you know, Heidi, always thinking up ideas. So yes, so it was kind of like, it's just something I thought would be cool to be able to do myself. Anyway, plus I've had this issue with, I get the certain brands clothing, and for some reason, more than once, which you're probably like, Heidi, why do you keep buying from them? It's because their clothes is really comfortable, and when this doesn't happen, it's what I wear a lot. But the seam comes undone, and every time Isaac and I talk about it, he's like, oh, that's a cover stitch. And so my brain was like, well, what if I could just fix these items so that way I don't have to feel nervous every time I buy from them on if it's a hit or miss and I have to return or not return. And so anyway, I just felt like it was a way of, I'm hoping is a way to help fix that problem, if that makes any sense. So, and it's just fun. Why not? Why not learn more creative things? So yeah, got pillowcases done last week. Got the 2 pairs of socks done. I have been reading. I feel like the bookworm inside me just always comes out and is ready to rock and roll in January. And so I've been reading and it's been super fun. And yeah, it's been a great end of Christmas, beginning New Year. It's super relaxing. I hope you guys are having a good time. What have you guys been doing? Did you get things done? Have you started reading? Are you a reader? Maybe you're not reading. You're like, no, I didn't start reading because I don't like reading books, which is fine. You're working on projects. Have you started any big projects? I feel like January is a good time to be like, this is the year I'm going to make that really big item. I haven't. I've been working on tiny ones. I've been just getting done. So anyway, let me know in the comment section down below how your in-between week of, I don't know what to call it. I call it the fun week. It's like, hey, nothing matters this week. So anyway, that's how I like that. And then I didn't expect the first 3 days of the year to be so fun. I just assumed, I don't know, like Isaac would be at work, but he ended up having the first 3 days off, and it was a blast. It was all super fun. So anyway, I hope you guys are starting out your new year's well, and I hope to catch you in another video. Bye.